All right, I've done a walk with Big Cat. Now I'm joining the other side of part of my take. We got PFT Commentor here, and as always, our walks are hydrated by Body Armor. The sport water, you could get it at 7-Eleven, you could get it at Walmart, or any other grocery store. It's got electrolytes and keeps you going. I got 15,000 steps a day now. I'm moving and grooving, and well, let's go for a walk.
Let's do it. They also have the best cap in the biz.
Oh, I love this cap.
I like the squirt
I love
cap.
the squirt
Just
cap.
give yourself a squirt. There we go.
Excellent.
Stay hydrated, kids. Your pee should be clear.
Frank walks, it's time for Frank walks. Frank talks while Frank walks, it's time for Frank walks.
I'm honored that you had me, Frank.
Yes, it's great to have you on the walk. It's January, and we're in that window now.
Yep.
Where we're watching the best football, the best teams playing, but we know in a couple of weeks it's going to be nothing. It's going to be
the Chiefs.
Well, we don't know that yet, but
We know that. We know it.
But after football season's over,
Yep.
it's kind of like that dead season. You're going to have the Super Bowl. It's going to go down. Everyone's going to be down in New Orleans, and then that's going to be it. It's going to be 8 months.
What do you do in February?
I don't know. I really don't.
Root for the Devils?
Yeah, and they've been deviling me up a lot lately.
They have.
They were the top team before Christmas, and then since Christmas, it's been nothing but bad.
Yeah. So Frank, last time we did a walk, I think it was me, Big Cat, Dave, Brandon Walker, a bunch of other people. The speed on this walk is at least twice as fast. At least.
Well, I'm walking like crazy now.
I saw you did a run with J.J. Watt.
Yeah, that was fun.
Explosive.
That was fun. Of course, it's dark outside, a little light nighttime here and cold. But now it's kind of like a melancholy time. You got the great football, and then this is like we're doing this just before the Commanders take on the Lions.
The Lions, yeah. Washington against the world, versus everybody. It's going to be a tough game, but who knows? I predict that we either win by 4 or we lose by 20.
I think the Commanders are in a great spot. Well, I obviously don't like their chances tonight. Mm-hmm. But what I think is, I think they've actually turned a corner.
I think so
just
too.
turned a corner there. And
That was good. That was good. That a little ad lib?
Yes, it was.
God damn, Frank. God damn. Whose line is it anyway?
But Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
What I see from him is a quarterback that has it.
You know when you see it, I've been trying to find it in so many guys over the years. I thought I saw it in Sam Howell. I thought I saw it in Case Keenum. I thought I saw it in Ryan Fitzpatrick for that quarter that he played for us. I've been trying to find. I thought I saw it in Kirk Cousins. I think I saw it in RG3 before he got hurt. There was some it. I spent 7 years.
Jason Campbell.
I spent 7 years saying Jason Campbell. I think he might be the guy. 7 years of my life. So yeah, it's good to know like we got our guy. Let's keep him healthy.
But what's great is how good he is in fourth quarters. If the game's close, he's going to find a way to win it.
Well, Frank, you kind of experienced what I went through in these last 2 years with the Mets. You had the ownership group that you hated, that you despised, and then everything gets better once you change the guy up top.
Yeah, it took a little longer, but maybe I was a little more impatient with the Mets because they kind of like try to rush it. But I trust him in the whole Alonso thing, which is kind of just shocking. Everyone's like shocked that I'm actually saying what I'm saying, but I think the Mets are handling Alonso right. Whether he signs back or not, that's on him.
What do you think about Soto?
I think it's a great signing.
He's a fun player. You're going to love rooting for him.
I like the fact that he hits and gets on base and bats 290 and has an OPS of 900.
Hey, you know what you have to learn? I don't want to pause the walk here, but I feel like we have to see the Soto shuffle.
What's that?
You don't know when a pitcher throws a ball to him, and he's got a good take, he'll go like this at the pitcher and he grabs his Soto shuffle.
Soto shuffle.
You'll have to pay attention to that next season once you see him up to bat for you guys. But you said something interesting earlier when we were watching the pregame for the Chiefs. They did the helicopter flyover.
Yes.
And you said helicopters, that's a baseball flyover.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah, football.
You got to bring fighter jets. or
Football, you
maybe
need
bombers.
the fighter jet to the bombers.
Yeah.
Baseball, you had the helicopters.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of good helicopter flyovers over City Field.
Yeah. Which way are we going here?
This way.
How many steps a day are you up to?
This month I've been averaging about 18,000.
Holy shit.
I had a 24,000 day on Thursday. Almost hurt myself a little bit.
Have you started lifting weights too?
Yeah, some of these little light weights, 3 pounds, 5 pounds. Who knows? Maybe I'll go find some weights to go fuck around with every now and then.
At the Planet Fitness gym over here.
Yes.
Check it out.
I wish we had that in New York.
Yeah. I mean, you could get some weights in there.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I think you could maybe bench press more than Nate. No
Hey-
disrespect to Nate.
Hey, Pete,
He's here.
you listening? Get some weights up at our New York gym. We
think-
got some flabby people up there.
You think Pete is gonna he's gonna get weights in? Pete's allergic to weights. Who do you think would be the strongest in the New York office?
Well, Jenks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obvious.
Who's your favorite person that you've been on a walk with? Maybe one that hasn't come out yet. Because I know you, Frank. You like to stack up content. Like you put out like hot dog reviews.
Well, Gruden was a great walk. That was a fun one. Most emotional probably for me was Dwight Gooden.
Yeah, yeah. So do you think the Mets have a chance this year?
I don't think they have a chance. I think they have a chance to win the World Series if the stars align.
Yeah.
But I think they're in a position where they'll be a playoff team again. Dodgers are going to be hard to beat, especially the fact that they got a collusion going on.
Yeah, they're getting all the Japanese players that grew up loving Jackie Robinson.
You know
they
what's
want to be
gonna,
Dodgers.
You know what's going to happen? They're going to find a Dodgers collusion. Like the Red Sox and a couple other teams have called for an investigation. They're being directed from these Japanese teams.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers might be, because everyone who negotiated with Sasky
Yeah.
was saying that they felt that he was just playing the game.
Yep, sure. So we were talking about some fun baseball facts the other day. You have like a history of every team's, the history behind their name
Yes.
stored up there in your head.
Yes.
So what was the deal again with the Oakland Athletics, and why do they have an elephant as their mascot?
This might be one of the more boring ones.
Okay, well then give me a good one.
What's simple is this: is they played in Philadelphia. Well, the elephant's interesting, but it was just Philadelphia Athletic Club.
Yeah.
And that's how they just got the name Athletic.
And the elephant. What's the story with the elephant?
Well, before the 1905 World Series, they were playing the New York Giants, Philadelphia Athletics at the time, and they had a lot of high-priced players. Because when the American League started, they were stealing players from the National League, which led to the creation of the World Series. So John McGraw said that those players aren't really worth that much. They're just a bunch of white elephants. So the A's basically...
It's because they were fat?
No, it was just... White elephant was a term for something that was...
Oh, like the Christmas gift thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it's something that's not worth much.
Yeah.
It's overvalued. So
they took that and they made that their own.
Yes.
I like that. And
when in the teens, the Athletics had a little bit of a dynasty. Mm-hmm. They won the World Series in 1910, 1911, 1913. Then got swept in 1914, and a lot of people have said that World Series was thrown.
Yep.
And they sold off all their players and became like the worst team in baseball.
You think that happened a lot, like the old World Series, back when obviously the Black Sox, people talked about that, but then you have the Athletics. You think that happened pretty frequently?
It might have. 1914, they lost to the Boston Braves, who were not a good team, who just had a good run to get to the World Series.
Yeah, they got hot at the right time.
Yeah, and Connie Mack sold off all their players. And everyone says that team also threw the World Series, they just weren't caught. Because the White Sox were stupid. The White Sox all were bragging.
Yeah, how'd they get caught?
But the White Sox were bragging. They were like flaunting it.
Mm-hmm. So give me a fun fact, because the Athletics, you said that wasn't as fun. What's your funnest baseball team name fact?
that at one time the Brooklyn Dodgers and, were known as the Brooklyn Bridegrooms because they had a whole bunch of players that got married.
I love that. They just had dudes getting married, so they named their team after them getting
1890.
married. The Brooklyn Bridegrooms.
Yes. I mean,
And they used to change names all the time.
yes. They became the Dodgers because their fans had to dodge the trolleys to get into the game, so they were called the Trolley Dodgers.
Yeah. I mean, the Washington Commanders kind of did the same thing. Changed their name 3 times. You think they're going to come back to a different name? What would you like to see them called?
Redskins.
Okay.
You know, the first year they were known as, they played in Boston at Brave Stadium. And they were also known as the Boston Braves. Because back then, baseball teams.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy wearing a Lions cap.
Let's go.
John Gruden's been here for like a month, and he's already become the biggest troll in the office. Biggest troll in the office, John Gruden. He fits in pretty good here.
But they played at, a lot of teams used the baseball name. The
Yep.
New York Giants. The Bears became because Cubs sounded too soft for football.
Yep, I agree.
Detroit Lions took the name because they wanted to have a cat name like the Tigers.
Uh-huh.
The Steelers played as the Pirates before they became the Steelers. There was a Brooklyn Dodgers football team. There was a New York Yankees football team.
Yep.
And so the
New York Football Giants. That's why they call them that.
Yes. So basically, when you had the Washington or the Boston Braves their first season,
Yep.
they didn't move to Fenway Park, but they didn't want to be the Boston
Red Sox.
in football. So they said, well, let's have the same thing. So let's keep the Indian name and go Redskins.
Yep. Yep. And they had one of the coaches was Lone Star Dietz, and he was Native American.
Now, you have another podcast, of course. You got macrodosing.
Yeah, true.
Now, what are some of your favorite conspiracy theories that we have on there? This New Jersey's got all these drones flying around,
Yeah, what do
and
you
we're
thi-
trying to figure it out
What
what
do
they
you think
are.
about the drones?
I think something's going up.
What do you think they're scanning for nuclear material?
I don't know, but you know, I think now that Donald Trump's is back in the office, I think we're going to see a lot of things uncovered. I think we're going to see a lot of files unleashed, and I think.
You think the deep state's going down? They're draining the swamp?
I believe it can happen. And you know what else I think is going to happen? You're going to see aliens are going to be proof. They're going to come out and say that the truth about aliens, that aliens exist, that
Yep.
we've gotten a recovered UFO, and
You think we've got the bodies?
yes,
Alien bodies?
yes.
I don't know if we got alien, but you know what my theory on that is? I think that we're doing all these hearings and there's people that are coming out from the military and from like intelligence agencies saying that we've got these ships that have like crazy technology. We might have found bodies because they want China and Russia to think that we've got the spaceships. They want to think that we've got technology so that way they start investing and looking for their aliens and seeing if they can get the same technology we've got. That's what I think that we're up to. We're trying to make them spin.
But I think we're going to have an alien unveiled.
Okay. All right. Now, these aliens, you think they walk around on 2 feet like you and me?
Yes.
You think they're quick?
I don't know
You
about
think
that.
they can move, or they just got good technology?
They got good technology.
I like the conspiracy that Stevie Wonder isn't blind. Have you heard that one?
Never heard that one.
You never heard that one?
Nope.
You can watch. He's on stage, and a microphone stand falls over. He reaches out and he catches it. I don't know if he's totally blind or not. I think he's not fully blind. I think that we're being lied to about how blind he is.
What are some of your other favorite conspiracies?
Well, I like the Bohemian Grove. We just did an episode on that one.
Well, that's one we shouldn't approach on here.
Are you a member?
No,
Frank goes to the burning of care?
no, but that's probably one it's a bad one and one that's best not talking about.
Oh, they got to Frank too. Frank might be deep state.
No, I just don't. That's like human sacrifices, and it's true. That's how Nancy Pelosi stays young.
Okay, by sacrificing humans. Would you go to the Bohemian Grove if you were invited?
No,
I
I'd stay as far away from that as possible.
doubt that. I bet they got good food there.
I don't know about that, but thanks for the walk.
Yeah.
And
Would you do a Frank Walks with Nancy Pelosi?
No, I'd have to get out on a broom and fly around.
That's where you're the king, Frank. That's where you're the goat.